Hey guys, do you want a cooler that stays cold without buying all the ice that melts? Well, you should try these Coolerpaks. They were gifted to me by the brand, so thank you. I was gifted two different ones. They are both 7-pound capacity. One of them is the Arctic Hook and Loop series. The other one is the Arctic Snap series. So the difference is the Arctic Hook and Loop series has Velcro. It comes with 3M strips that you attach to the wall of your cooler. And then there's Velcro on the back of the ice pack that lets you attach it to the cooler wall. The Arctic Snap series has screws that screw into the cooler wall. It comes with a template so you know exactly where to mount them. And then once the Coolerpak is frozen, you would attach them by snapping the snaps on the back of the Coolerpak to the snaps in the cooler. So they have the lid that screws open and closed. Again, it holds 7 pounds, which is 3.375 liters. So I filled mine up. I put them in the freezer. They stayed in the freezer for 4 days, so they were good and frozen. And then I put them in the cooler. So I am using a 62-quart cooler. It holds about 50 cans. I did not attach the Velcro or the snaps. I just set mine in there. So I set one of them on the bottom of the cooler, and I had one that set up on the side. So I checked it a couple of different times. So I put the ice packs in the cooler at 8:28 p.m. The next morning at 6:32 a.m. I checked them. They were still pretty solid. I could definitely feel the coolness in the cooler. That evening at 8:26 p.m. I checked again. You could tell that they had melted, but they still were cold. So then the next morning at 8:55 a.m., I went and checked on them, and I went ahead and I took them out. So they both still had an ice chunk in the center, and they were both still cold. I did measure the temperature with a temperature gun. One of them was at, I believe it was 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and the other one was in the 40s. So they were still cool. And I believe if I had the cooler in the house, which is temperature controlled, that these would have lasted longer. I had it in my hot garage, and we had like 90 and 100 degree days outside. So I believe that's why they didn't stay frozen as long. And it also depends on how often you open and close your cooler. So overall, I think this is a good product. You get done with them, you can pour the water out when it's melted, allow the inside of it to dry, roll it up to store, and then you can fill them up, throw them in the freezer, freeze them for a couple days, and you're ready to go. So I would take these over ice melting, food getting soggy, water soaking into a container, things of that nature, which happens with ice melting. So I would definitely take these over that any day. So if you're looking for a good ice pack, refillable, easy storage, I would definitely try these.